How you guys doing today? Good.
That's not good.
Uh-oh. You good?
Sorry about that.
No, don't worry about it.
Two characters.
Two.
What do you like?
Bruce 3 is coming. I'm kidding.
So how do you differentiate the two, and how do you find this justification
That's a very good question. It's difficult. When I have a scene with myself, a lot of times what I like to do is I like to feel it out. I like to feel out the scene. I like to play off the other person and kind of figure out what I want to do. I don't like to prepare too much. I'd like to just learn my lines beforehand, but all the acting choices I like to make in the moment, as instinct. And most of the time that works. But when I have a scene with myself, I can't do that because I need to think about, because the way it works is whenever I have a scene with myself, I'll do my Bruce 2 version first, and I'll do my Bruce 1 version, right? And then, or vice versa. But, so say I do my Bruce 2 version first, I need to plan out what I'm going to do as my Bruce version so I can react to it as my Bruce 2 version, which is just another, step in the preparation process, but it's something that has been not so much a challenge, but something that I've learned in this experience.
As a fan of DC Comics, how is Gotham's version of Ra's al Ghul different from like what we saw in Arrow or in the movies?
I don't know how much I'm allowed to say about Ra's al Ghul, but what? Speak from my heart. Okay, you guys are trying to get me in trouble, aren't you? What I can say is that there is an age-old conflict between Bruce and Ra's al Ghul of whether or not Batman should be allowed to kill. And what I will say is that that may or may not, in addition to other incarnations, be explored in Gotham. May or may not. So you can't get me in trouble because I didn't actually say anything.
Will we see any kind of costume at the end of this season?
You will see.
With a hard
Guys, you guys.
Oh, you got the shirt on.
You guys, okay. The short answer is no. But you will see. How do I say this without just telling you? I see. Okay. Okay. There won't necessarily be a Batman costume, but there might be another outfit that Bruce will start to wear because he will start to do, because he'll start to have another role in the city of Gotham.
There you go.
Drop the mic, yeah. What is Bruce going to do to get Selena?
There's not much he can do. Girls be crazy. He was trying to protect her and she runs off and starts kicking him. They're gonna go through a rocky patch. It's not gonna get better in the near future. In the long future, possibly. In the near future, not so much. But we'll see. Stay tuned.
I will. Can you talk a little bit about Bruce too? His role in the Court of Owls and kind of what his plotline is a little bit without being too spoiler. And of course, and Bruce's plotline in the Court of Owls was there. That was the big deal as it was cut out.
Absolutely, yeah. So what we learned is that Bruce 2 is now being taken in by the Court of Owls and is being conditioned to look, act, feel like Bruce Wayne. And what the implications of that means will be very soon after we come back from break will be revealed. But what I will say is that those consequences will be catastrophic to Bruce and his endeavors. I'm excited for fans to see Bruce's emotional and physical journey to becoming Batman. Because it's going to pick up in a very, very major way. But it's not just going to be Bruce is going to learn how to fight and then put on the cowl. It's going to be emotionally heartbreaking and difficult, and it's going to be the hardest thing Bruce has ever gone through.
Is Alfred a part of this transition, or one character?
I feel like nobody's part of this transition besides Bruce and some new characters who you guys haven't seen yet. One of whom was in the promo that they revealed at the panel. Bruce is going to be secluded from everybody he's ever known, and that transformation will happen in his secluded state. So, yeah, nobody that we've been exposed to, as far as the episodes that have aired go, will be a part of this transformation besides Bruce. It's going to be his thing and his alone.
When Bruce goes through this transformation, have you had to start working out as well?
I have a little bit, yeah. I started doing Krav Maga, I started doing Jiu-Jitsu, just so that I can be comfortable. Obviously, I don't need to actually know how to take anybody down for real. I mean, as of now, but I wanted to feel comfortable in knowing how to use my body as a weapon, and I wanted to feel comfortable in knowing that I knew what I was doing when I'd have these fight scenes, so that I'm just kind of blindly following what people are telling me to do. I wanted to have some previous knowledge myself going into any fight. I feel like Bruce really, a while ago, put his heart out to her and said, "This is what I feel for you." And like you said, it kind of forced her to tell her how she felt. And that's huge, because Selena doesn't do that for anybody. As Cameron talked about on the panel, Selena is has been forced by her environment and her childhood to put on this front that she doesn't care about anything. And Bruce kind of has been the only person who's been able to break that down and have her reveal something true about herself. It's obviously a huge testament to their relationship and to how connected they are. But like I said earlier, unfortunately, their relationship won't be so much explored in the coming episodes. But I think in the long future, it will.